What's going on, boys? It's Jake. Today we have another episode of Beyblade Burst Sparking, which means it's time for another episode review. This one, for the most part, was kind of not the most interesting episode. I mean, we do see Lucifer The End make its debut. We also have a pretty cool battle and some, honestly, pretty good animation, but let's talk about it. Yes, guys, you heard me right. We do see the reveal of Lucifer The End, sort of. We don't really see it in action or anything, but we see what the Bey looks like in the anime. But before we talk about the episode, if we could hit 500 likes on this video, that would be insane. Also, hit that subscribe button to join the Nook Nation, and go and follow me on Twitch, because I'll be streaming the new Call of Duty quite a bit this week. So if you want to see me play some games, go and follow. But now, let's talk about the episode. So, to start off the episode, we have the two brothers about to do a little battle together, but Valt and Shu kind of interrupt them, and I guess come up with an idea of doing a 2v2 battle. We get to see Valt and Shu team up. I'm down for that. Of course, Shu is still thinking about what happened with Lean in the last episode, where Shu actually beat Lean in a battle, but he didn't turn to the good side. Lean is still remaining as a bad guy, and in fact, he's even worse now than he was before. And we do know that Lean is going to be upgrading his Bey pretty soon, and that's going to be happening later this episode, so just stay tuned. We then go back to the two brothers, and they're kind of thinking about ways that they can train for their battle against Valt and Shu. Of course, Hyuga is just full, bang bang, zoom zoom mode, while Hikaru is wanting to do all these different amounts of training of like 1,000 push-ups or something. Don't do 1,000 push-ups. It's not going to do that much, but it's just they're dealing with this training in different ways. But Rantaru just pretty much tells them that what they need to do most is kind of just strengthen their bond with their Bey and really know how to use their Bey to its full potential. I assume. I'm translating that myself by guessing. I actually have no idea what he said, but I feel like that makes sense. We then flip back over to Lean, and this time he is in his whole factory setting like we have seen him quite a few times before, and he's over this pit of lava, and he's actually lowering Lucifer down into the lava. Don't melt your Beys. It's not going to upgrade them, it will destroy them, but it's an anime, he can do what he wants, I guess. But now it is time to get on to the battle, the tag team showdown of Hikaru and Hyuga going up against Valt and Shu. Hopefully this battle is good, and it's okay, it's pretty good. Not great, but it's pretty good. Then the battle begins. The Bladers launch their Beys, and the Beys go and collide at the center of the stadium. After which, they kind of just take on different opponents. You see Hyuga takes on Valt, and Hikaru goes up against Shu. I don't know how physics works like that, but it just does. We actually get a counter break by Shu pretty early on, and Hikaru comes back with this really awesomely animated moment where his hair glows in that fiery blue, and the animation here is just once again really, really good. It's the best part of the entire episode, in my opinion. Spriggan is knocked away, and then Shu is just kind of in his own head for a second. He looks at Hyuga, looks at Valt. I guess he kind of notices similarities, and he's just kind of thinking to himself, and then he goes full X Games mode, like we expected. He then activates the World Slash special move and collides with Helios, and Helios is sent out of the stadium, and then Spriggan continues to spin for a bit longer until its stamina just falls out, and that's the end of their matchup. Spriggan technically wins there, but their matchup really doesn't matter that much. What does matter is who remains between Hyuga and Valt, because that battle is still going on. Valkyrie and Hyperion kind of collide while circling around the stadium, and then Hyuga activates his own limit break ability, which is Limit Break Burn, which sends the wings out of Hyperion and knocks Valkyrie away. He then has his own fiery hair moment, just like Hikaru did, and Shu is once again pretty shocked. Valkyrie kind of activates its own special move as well, and the two Beys collide in the center of the stadium and then are shot into the air, with Hyperion bursting. And that is pretty much the end of their battle. We have Valt and Shu winning, and I'm not really surprised by this. I definitely would have been more surprised and definitely kind of disappointed if they didn't win, because Hikaru, Hyuga, they don't have mastery of their new bays yet, so it wouldn't make sense that they beat the best two bladers in the world just in their first battle. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. But the episode, of course, does not end there. There's always more. It goes back over to Lean in his kind of factory setup, and he's holding his brand new bay, which is confirmed to be called Lucifer The End. And that actually wraps up the episode, but really quickly, I do want to talk about the preview, because the next episode is going to be pretty crazy. We already have the Shu and Lean rematch, but this time it does not look so good for Shu. We have Lean automatically having just a ton of power like we expect, but we also see Shu be blown back, and he's like, holy cow, he was not expecting Lean to be this strong. And honestly guys, I kind of expect World Spriggan to break in this episode. It's just the way that Shu looks in the picture, and he's just so shocked that you can tell that it's definitely not going well for him. And I think it'd be a very kind of cliche and Beyblade Burst way of introducing the villain's new bay by destroying another bay. But this time it's Shu's, and I feel like a lot of you guys, if this actually happens, are not going to be too happy about that. Of course, I don't know if that's going to happen, but I do have to say, just get ready for it in case it does happen, because I think it will. And that is pretty much going to wrap up this episode, guys. Overall, I feel like a decent few things happened, although nothing really groundbreaking. I mean, we saw Lucifer The End, we see the tag team battle, but overall, nothing really super significant to the plot. The next episode, I think, is going to be way more interesting. And also, guys, we pretty much got a full-on reveal of Lucifer The End and its gimmicks and its parts, etc. But I think that's just a little too much to fit into this one video, so that's going to get its own video later on. But that is going to wrap up this video, guys. If you liked it, hit that like button. Once again, we are trying to hit 500 likes. Hit subscribe to join the Nook Nation, and go and drop me a follow on Twitch. We're going to be streaming a lot of games, and I hope to see you guys there. A lot of stuff is on the way, including the Limit Break set that comes out in just about a day. So I'll be getting that over the weekend, and expect a lot of videos on that. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Have fun and bay away.